Hey, thanks for tuning in. We got a great video for you today. I'm Adam from Magnum Opus Gaming, here to bring you the center defensive mids, the defenders, and the goalkeepers that Everton's looking to buy. There are going to be a few players in the mix that should have been in the last video, but Everton started making talks and the rumors, were released after that video was made. So this is basically part 2 from the other video. If you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. Click my channel, go to it. It'll probably be the last most recent video that I posted, whatever the fuck I just said. So yeah, let's get started, y'all. So the first player on the list is Mbe Nyang. Everton started looking at him, I think, 2 days ago or so, and he's been worth 15 million pounds, but transfermarket.com ranked him as just under 10 million pounds. So hopefully they aren't trying to get more for him than he's actually worth. But a lot of other clubs are looking to him to buy, so we might have to bail out once it starts getting too expensive. So let me just tell you a little bit about this player. He likes to dribble and cross. He's not that good at holding on the ball though. But compared to Lukaku, he does lose the ball a little bit more than Lukaku, but just by like almost one turnover per game more. This guy's only 22. Lukaku's 24 now, so this guy has more time to progress. And I think he would be a good player. So I think this guy's name's pronounced Kovacic. His strengths are dribbling through balls, holding on the ball, and passing, which is all good for a center mid. But it doesn't matter because his strength's only 56. He's not going to be able to play in the Barclays Premier League, nor do I want this guy to. He's going to be a little fucking soft cake prick. He's supposedly worth 30 million. Real Madrid thinks he's so great, getting his head all big, so then when he comes here, he would get fucked. So I don't want to see that happen. I don't want us to waste all that money on him. So I don't know if you guys heard of this player before. His name is Clement Chaton. He plays even more long balls than McCarthy per game. He's defensively minded like McCarthy. He has the same stats defensively as him. He has better passing than Witsel. His aerial duels won about 4 per game. Holding on to the ball, he's rated very strong as that. His stats are similar to Gareth Barry. But again, he's not 35 like Barry is. He's only 28. And he would only cost us 3.5 million euros, so he might not be a bad option to buy. So here we got Kevin Struman. He plays for Roma. Well, I really shouldn't say he plays because in 2014 he tore his anterior cruciate ligaments and has had 3 surgeries since then, with a reoccurrence in 2015. So in 2014 to 2015 season, he had 25 appearances. Then after the recurrence of his injury in the 15 to 16 season, he only had 13 appearances. So I don't know how well overall his recovery is doing, but based on how many games he played, he doesn't seem ready to be playing games soon. Or who knows, he might have another recurrence of his injury. So he seems like a lot of risk. But in good health, he would be worth 30 million pounds. But with the risk of a major injury, I would say maybe 15 million. But if you look at his stats, he's really good. He seems like a solid player if he could stay in good health. So whoever takes him will be taking a big risk, but with probably a very big payoff if it doesn't end up fuck him up, Got so many difficult names to pronounce. Next up is Krutchewak. He's valued at 30 million, same as Struman. He's a strong defender in the midfield, excellent at aerial duels, blocking and interceptions, and tackling. And he's also good at passing, especially long balls with about 3 per game. So he might not be a bad option. 30 million might be a little bit too much. So maybe 20 million, that might be okay. So moving on. Here we got Snyderlin. He's a lot like Krutchewak, worth 30 million, age 26, and rated 82 by FIFA. Defensively, Krutchewak is better, but Snyderlin is slightly better offensively and didn't have 2 own goals like Krutchewak. And I've seen Snyderlin play in the Barclays Premier League. He played for Southampton, then moved to Man U. I didn't see him play for Man U, but I know for sure he's a good player and be a great asset for Everton. Now here's a name you probably haven't heard before, Ozan Tufan. This player is only 21 years old, and he was even named the new Yaya Toure. I thought this was bullshit, but then I checked his footage of him playing and some of his stats. And the question is about whether he could play in England, especially the Barclays Premier League, because he normally plays at Turkey, and we all know Turkey's a shitty league compared to BPL. So let's just see how he can do. I'm pretty sure he's going to be moving here either way, whether it's to Everton or not. So this will be an interesting player to see. Now we're going to be moving on to defenders. First up is Nkolo. He's only 26, would be 10 million pounds or euros, I think. Um, he's a player we should buy. I think he's worth it. If you look at his defending's like an 82 on FIFA. He's an 81 overall. His pace and strength are pretty high, so I think he could play in the Barclays Premier League. I think he is a player that we should buy. So, moving on. Von Dijk. Okay, if you look at how much he's worth, he is overrated. This fucking is too much. He's worse than Nkolo defensively and almost overall. Every other stat's worse than him. He's just overrated. So I don't think we should buy him. Shouldn't waste our money with him. So yeah, next up. So I'm going to shorten this video up a bit just by rushing through all these shitty players. 71, Lewis Dunk, plays for a lower league in England. Doesn't seem that good. We got Michael Keane, same way, 71. He's young but not that young. I don't think he has that much potential, at least to get up in the 80s for the FIFA rankings, and he doesn't seem that well stat-wise. So Leo Lacruz, even worse, 66. He's fucking shit. He was even rumored to be for Everton to be looking at him like yesterday or a few days ago. So we should not be looking at these people. Look at somebody better. We're one of the best clubs in the Barclays Premier League, I think. Just not these few years, but overall we can be one of the top three. So we're not going to do it with these shitty players. Laporte, he's already been sold to somebody. We can't get him. Moving the fuck on, alright. So first goalkeeper on the list is Stecklenburg. He is 33 years old. His stats would tell that his diving is his highest, 81, except for his kicking, which doesn't matter that much. His other ones are a bit low. I think his age is a little too high up there. Howard retired from the Barclays Premier League at 36, or his 35, his quality was dropping, so let's just say that. So this guy's only got a year or two left. Who knows? Maybe even less. Well, let's just move on. I'm pretty fucking happy. This dude's on the list. Joe Hart plays for Manchester City. He's good. His diving's good. His reflexes, positioning. He's just all around good keeper. If you've ever seen him play, he will save fucking everything but like a goal for Messi or something. He's ridiculously crazy. I would like to get him as a keeper. Next up is a guy with too many A, N, and D's in his name. So you have fun with that. He is 31 years old. His stats are pretty damn good, right up there with Joe Hart, and his positioning's good, better than Joe Hart. So that's really what you need sometimes, is just someone to be in the right place. So we might want to check him out too. Now the next few keepers on the list, starting with Tim Krul, all play in Newcastle, so that's kind of weird. Yeah, Tim Krul's good, 28 years old. He's definitely got a few more years to maybe get better, but at least to put in some good time at Everton if we get him. So, yeah, he's one of my top three keepers that we should get. Next up is Carl Darlow. He also plays in Newcastle. He's significantly worse. I personally have not seen him play, but we should get a top keeper. Come on. Next up, Freddie Woodman. Even worse. I think we just bought a keeper for under 21s, or at least as a backup for Robles. And yeah, so we don't really need to get a young keeper. We already have one. Here's another keeper from the Netherlands we're looking at. Jasper. His stats are pretty good. Seems like a solid player. Definitely watch some highlights from him. Maybe he might be somebody we should buy. So we had Jasper. Now we got Casper. He plays for Leicester City, the reigning champs. Fuck them. This guy seems good. Maybe we should. Actually, his stats are a little low, so probably not. We should look at somebody else. And just because he played Leicester, they might be fucking wanting to hold on to him or like want some ridiculous amount of money. Who knows? I don't think we should be. I don't think we should be looking at this guy. Okay, yeah, that will do it for this video, guys. If you liked it, fucking leave a like, alright? comment. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me who you guys we should buy. Tell me what video we should make next time. I don't have that many ideas, so help me out, y'all. Also, please subscribe to My Magnum Opus Gaming so you guys can get more awesome videos. Maybe not Everton videos, maybe some other kind of videos that you might like. But you won't know unless you subscribe. Alright, guys. Anyways, fucking share, whatever. Just have a good day, alright?